Hey there, welcome to episode 69 of Your Fun and Profitable Online Business. This is the podcast that helps you build a business that feels as good as it looks. I'm Wendy, and I help women entrepreneurs create fun and profitable businesses using simple systems, intentional action, and a whole lot less pressure. Today, we're talking about something that sounds incredibly simple, but has the power to completely change how your business feels day to day. We're talking about the relief of having a place for all of your genius ideas, like an idea parking lot. Now, if you constantly feel mentally full, like you have 47 tabs open at any given moment, and you're afraid you're going to forget something really important, this episode's for you. We're going to discuss why ideas can feel emotionally heavy and how to capture and organize them without overcomplicating the process. All right, let's dig in. Now, it's interesting. I've noticed that a lot of entrepreneurs are trying to use their brains as massive storage units. Like, I can see it on the side of the road where they're the big long pads and all the garage doors. And they're keeping all of these things in their head, or they're writing it somewhere they can't easily find later. Now, I think this is a huge part of why people feel mentally exhausted. Our brains aren't meant to try to keep track of the Instagram idea that you wanted to try, or the podcast topic that just popped up, or the thing you wanted to change on their website, or a collaboration idea you had with someone during a coffee chat last week, or the future offer you wanted to build, or the random thought you had while you were driving, or the thing you swore you wouldn't forget at 2 a.m. Now, here in this place, your brain never fully relaxes. It stays alert. It keeps scanning. It keeps reminding you. And eventually, it starts throwing all of these ideas at you at the same time because it doesn't trust that they're safe anywhere anymore. That's when everything starts to feel equally important. And when everything feels equally important, you either freeze or you bounce between things all day long. But I also think there's a deeper layer here. For a lot of entrepreneurs, ideas feel deeply personal. They feel tied to your identity. You think that you'll drop the ball on the really important idea, or you worry that you're going to lose it altogether. Maybe you even worry because you may never have this good of an idea again. And this could be the thing that changes everything. So you hold tight to all these ideas. But holding on to everything creates pressure, and pressure creates a lot of noise. And that noise is what makes it harder to move forward with the ideas that matter most. So how do you actually relieve this pressure? Spoiler alert, it's not remembering all the things. You create trust. Trust that your ideas have a home and that you can come back to them when you have the space to do so. Because when your brain trusts the system, it relaxes. This is one of the biggest things I've personally noticed. When I have a place to put my ideas, I stop carrying them around all day and cycling through them again and again. I don't have to keep rehearsing them in my head so I don't forget, and I can stay present with what I'm actually working on. It closes all the open loops. And I think we underestimate how exhausting those open loops are. Every unfinished thought takes up precious energy. And every time we tell ourselves that we can't forget something, it takes up even more energy. And over time, that mental clutter makes our business feel heavier than it actually is. So let's simplify this. Your idea capture system doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't need a bunch of dashboards or automation workflows. You just need one trusted place to put things. That's it. And the goal here isn't perfection. It's just relief. Now, I think we overcomplicate organization because we're trying to create certainty. But organization should create lightness, not more work. So instead of trying to build the ultimate productivity machine here, focus on creating something easy enough that you'll actually use it consistently. That's the key to all this. Now, last week we talked about creating one central place for ideas. We got that down. The next step to this that helps tremendously is categorizing them. Some ideas are not now, maybe later, Now, someone recently called this their love it for later list, and I love that name. I don't want to take it, but I'm going to say some ideas are not now, maybe later. Other ideas should be removed because they're just not where you're headed anymore. And some ideas are going to be the next thing you're going to work on. The part of this that's important is giving yourself permission to park ideas instead of immediately acting on them. And this is such an important skill as a business owner because follow through will move your business forward more than constantly switching between the newest exciting things ever will. Now let's talk about how to make this sustainable, because the goal isn't just to dump all these ideas out of your brain once and be done with it. Rather, the goal is to create a repeatable rhythm that reduces your mental load consistently. Here are 4 things that can help. Number 1, capture your ideas quickly. Don't rely on your memory here. If an idea comes up, capture it immediately. Your brain shouldn't have to worry about carrying it for you. Number 2, review your ideas regularly. This could be a weekly or a monthly review time. Because if your ideas go into a place and you never look at it again, you stop trusting the process. But if you come back to them every Friday, or you review them every week during CEO hour, you relax more. Number 3, limit your active priorities. You can have a lot of ideas without actively building all of them at the same time. Just because something is exciting doesn't mean it belongs on this month's priority list. Now, I think this is one of the biggest mindset shifts entrepreneurs need. You're allowed to save good ideas for later. Next week, we're going to talk about prioritizing your ideas. But for now, know that later is not a failure. Parking something is not quitting. It's strategic. And number 4, create friction intentionally. Now, I get that this one might sound weird, so let me explain. By creating friction intentionally, I mean ideas should be easier to store, but harder to turn into active projects. Because otherwise, every new idea that pops up becomes a new commitment, and that creates a lot of chaos in your business. All right, let's get to your action step for today. Go grab my idea parking lot at wendymuzzy.com/parking. This will give you an easy, trusted place for your ideas. Not 5 places, just one. And anytime an idea pops into your head this week, put it in there instead of mentally carrying it with you. It's super easy to use. And then notice what happens when you start trusting that your ideas are safe. Notice how much quieter things feel and how you can focus on what's actually in front of you. And then, when you're ready, the system will walk you through how to sort through and organize your ideas without overcomplicating the process. Look, your brain is incredibly good at creating new ideas, but it was never meant to store all of them or track where you put them. The sooner you create a system that supports your brain instead of fighting it, the more fun and profitable your business will become. All right. Go to wendymuzzy.com/parking to grab my idea parking lot so you don't have to create something from scratch. And no, that's it for today. Until next time, happy building your fun and profitable business.